So colonization is the act of one country going to another country far away and setting up little outposts and little governments and even exploiting some of the resources on this new place. So they usually go there by ship, and we have examples such as the British Empire, we have the French, we have the Germans, the Portuguese, and the Spanish all did this. Now, you might ask, why would they do something like this, go to another country? The first one is gold, or resources in general. This could be trees, this could be fish, this could be minerals, anything that could be sold and of value to other countries. Also, we can look at glory. It's a great thing to add reputation to your country, and a lot of people had a lot of pride in this saying here, where they said the sun never sets on the British Empire because they own so many territories overseas. And the last one is God, where you have some people that think that the religions of other people are not right, and so they have to spread what they feel is a true religion to these other countries. Now, the result is when these colonial powers leave, is that you have a new country that is coming out from under the thumb of this colonial power. They have some resources, but they find themselves competing against countries that have similar resources. Now, when you have a lot of supply, like you have here, it drives down the price because of the law of supply and demand. Because there's a lot and not many people want it, the price goes down and down and down because this new country and its competitors are trying to get rid of the resources. So what you have is you have industrialized countries against these new countries because the colonial powers really didn't spend a lot of time and money building factories and infrastructure in the country that they were ruling. They built the industry and infrastructure at home. So they're already at a disadvantage. Because of this, these new countries do not have money to build new schools, they don't have money for hospitals, and they don't have money for roads or infrastructure in general. Therefore, what you have are these new countries going back to the ones that ruled them and asking them for money in the form of loans. And the industrialized countries say, sure, we'll give you some money, but you must pay us back with interest, which means you have to pay us back what we loaned to you plus a little bit extra. These poor countries, because they're so desperate, agree to these terms. However, a short time later, we find that these new countries cannot pay back the loans, but they still need money in order to build the infrastructure that their people require. So they ask for more money. And this time, the developed country says, sure, but with interest again. What happens is debt begins to increase and increase and increase. In order for this poor country to pay back the industrialized country, what they have to do is they have to cut these programs that they wanted that were good for their people, such as schools, hospitals, and roads. They also have to sell off their natural resources in order to pay back the government. So you can see here where we had our palm tree, it's now going on this boat back to the superpower. The results of this are people are sick because they were not able to build hospitals. Also, people are uneducated because they were not able to build schools, so you have an uneducated workforce. And also you have people that are unemployed or have no jobs because they don't have the skills required and they don't have the opportunities. And another one that might sound strange to you is that there are more babies in these countries. And you might be asking me why. So here's why. More children can work for the family. In these poorer countries, they need a lot of people to earn money to keep the family alive. And so what they start doing is having more and more children because more and more children can go to work and bring money back to the household. Secondly, because there's a lack of healthcare infrastructure, many parents expect their children to die. And so they have many, many children because they expect not many of them to survive, and so they want at least one to survive. Also, because of lack of education and lack of health care, we have a lack of birth control, which can really help control the population. And also we have religions, both the major world religions and some local ones, that says you must not use birth control. So as a result, these poorer countries really, really suffer at the hands of colonial powers during the time of colonialism and after.